All right, I'll give the other stream here just a second. We got a lot to talk about today. All right, pretty interesting market move, and even more interesting, all the gaps that we got today, all the day trades. So honestly, I still haven't gotten a chance to go over all the charts from today. So I'm mainly just going to focus on the things that I played, but generally try to do, what I think is relevant to what's going to be tradable on Monday or patterns that are working, things like that. And so a lot of times it doesn't include only the things that I played, um, but we got plenty to go over today. So let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for November 5th, 2021. Q's gonna finish up here. We just closed about 4 minutes ago. Q is gonna close just about flat here. Was up more. We gapped up again. SPY up 0.37. And then I think IWM, IWM 1.35. Did come back in to kind of retest lows. We got a bounce here into the end of the day here. So we came into today bullish. We were maybe suspicious of the Qs and SPY just because we were kind of extended on here, especially on the hourly. Daily looked like we might get the start of some acceleration, but we definitely got a pullback here, pretty steep one here into the afternoon here. So those kind of pullbacks help to reset the move. These are actually not the kind of things that typically will set the top, so they actually help to shake out the longs and keep that demand kind of renewing itself, right? So if longs get shaken out, what do they got to do? They got to get back in, right? And so we may base a bit going into next week. That, if we do base, is more bullish than bearish. Okay, the more that we base, because we are still in this uptrend. If you were trading with me this morning, I said, well, we're still pretty up there. We have this 15-minute base. If normally we weren't so extended, I would say, okay, we're higher because our bias is bullish. But because we are so extended on the hourly, I think that it's probably equal chance that we come in. Because normally I would venture to on the side of the trend, but in this case, due to the extension, we may come in. So we ended up doing that. So we did have a lot of nice short plays today. So we'll go over those. I'm just going to start with a couple plays here. So I talked about yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It's been kind of a long week. Kind of the importance of persistence. And it's not something that you just, once you get it, you got it and you don't have to worry about it again. You kind of have to be ready to make that push every day. And so today, for whatever reason, I think there was a lot going on. But today, definitely a couple things where I wasn't persistent enough. Okay, so let's start with the blue here. So blue, the first thing that I tried to play here was this blue this morning. Here's the gap. I'll show you the gap real quick. Here's the gap. Beautiful, right? Clearing support, showing a lot of weakness, wonderful shock value. So tried to play the breakdown right here, right there, okay, and didn't get filled. I think I gave it 7-8 cents, just couldn't get filled. And that's kind of where the first kind of mistake that I made, right, is what I should have done is be ready to see if it sets up again and play the next one. Okay, so that's the mistake that I made. I think James had a nice call on this later into the morning here. Yeah, right here. And I just felt like, man, I already tried it, and this actually would have been into my first target. I don't want to be getting in where I plan to take my first target. But James had a nice call and, worked out really, really nice. I mean, look at that. I was thinking, man, 1460, it's already like, at or near my target. This thing's at 1315, right? So that, not that persistent. ASRT was the second play I played. And I'll show you the entry here. We were actually just talking about it when we finished up here. 1, 2, 3 on the ASRT. Let me remove this so it's a little bit easier to see. Remove that. We're talking about later entries. This right here. See this? 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's the gap. Right, nice daily transitioning, right? Well, it didn't work. First 1, 2, 3 didn't work. I took it off my charts after that because I thought, well, this already made the chance, and I didn't really come back to it. I didn't really want to focus on it, even though, the gap was really good. So probably shouldn't have taken this off my charts. I think I just didn't plan to really go after it again. But man, it set up really well in the afternoon, actually. See that 15-minute curling up underneath the price and then broke out. So a couple things there that I just wasn't persistent enough. ASRT definitely would have made back what I lost in the morning. And then the blue did give another entry. The pattern was fine. The extension had been dealt with by basing as much as it had. And so it was good. Okay, so just wanted to kind of get those out of the way. Okay, a couple other things. And part of that, I think, is not just because honestly, it wasn't like I was frustrated or gave up on the day. There was just a lot of other things to do. So, part of that, I don't feel too bad, but, I did really have the right call, the right idea on the blue, the right idea on the ASRT. Just a little bit disappointed that, not able to take advantage. Okay, AAOI, okay, like this gap a lot as well. Very, very nice. Very nice shock value there on the AAOI. Okay, and then nice kind of rounding over here. Now, on this one, I think I got this one just a little bit on the late side as it was breaking underneath, but turned out okay. I ended up taking some here and then kind of on the way back when it came in here. So I got out of this a little bit too early. I think my last exit was like 6:00. Oh, it was right here. Yeah, it's this one right here. So I just wasn't sure about this one. I mean, look at that. Yeah, just really, if you could have stuck with it, if you could have managed it. Let me see. See, 15-minute bar by bar gets you out. I'm sure hourly keeps you in, but, then you still have to be willing to kind of give back some. Sammy Essel had a call on the AAOI. Okay, I just joined him a little bit later on the AAOI. And then the MRVI, you might have played with me. Here's the gap on the AAOI. A lot like the VMEO that we played yesterday as far as the gap and the setup. Here's the setup here. You can see we are weak. We did a lower high, and then we played this base breakdown right here. Okay, we did take half here when it started to base because the market was starting to bounce pretty hard. But then we got the back half came out down here. So that was pretty nice on this MRVI. And I guess that exit ended up being pretty good. So yeah, another nice setup there, MRVI. Here was the VMEO from yesterday. So you can see they're very, very similar type of setups. Okay, so you show the weakness early on, and then you come back down, and then you set up the base. Gap as well, pro gap down, clearing, immediate support there. So MRVI, same kind of thing. So there's the MRVI through the bottom. Okay. So yeah, I haven't really got a chance to kind of review everything. I thought today was just as busy as yesterday. So probably still have plenty to do on Monday. I don't think we're going to quite start slowing down quite yet. But yeah, all in all, good day. It's been a really busy week. Like I mentioned last week, make sure you get lots of rest because these weeks can be long. And you got to kind of stay focused, and there's just a lot to go after. Okay? So hopefully you did well today. Hopefully you did well this week. And I will talk to you on Monday. Have a good weekend, everyone.